Here are the top business news highlights from various countries as of October 2024. United States. 1. The U.S. is witnessing the first Fed rate cuts in months, with more expected into 2025. 2. Major dock workers' strikes at key U.S. ports are causing concern for exporters, especially car makers from countries like Germany. Meta Platforms is reaching new stock highs after months of resistance, signaling bullish trends in tech. 4. Comcast stock shows positive growth, recovering above the 200-day moving average. 5. The U.S. election campaigns are increasingly focused on economic issues, especially tariffs on Chinese products proposed by both major candidates. 6. Job market remains robust, with unemployment low but wage growth slowing. 7. U.S. companies face rising pressure from escalating tensions in the Middle East. 8. Cannabis and psychedelic markets are seeing expansion as investments grow in related sectors. 9. Real estate markets in major U.S. cities are showing signs of stabilization after a volatile summer. 10. Energy sector stocks are gaining momentum due to a rise in global oil prices. 16 source. China. 1. China continues to face economic pressure from U.S. tariffs as trade tensions remain high. 2. The property market crisis is deepening, especially with major firms like Evergrande under scrutiny. 3. Exports dropped slightly in Q3, driven by reduced demand from Europe and the U.S. 4. The Chinese government is implementing stimulus measures to combat economic slowdown. 5. Electric vehicle EV companies in China are expanding rapidly, with BYD leading in new sales. 6. China's digital yuan is gaining adoption as cross-border payment solutions expand. 7. Chinese AI firms are focusing on self-driving technologies with government support. 8. Beijing is increasing efforts to build semiconductor independence amidst U.S. restrictions. 9. Manufacturing growth is expected to slow as global demand declines. 10. Chinese e-commerce companies like Alibaba are refocusing on international expansion. 60 source. India. India's economic growth remains strong, fueled by the services and tech sectors. 2. Startups in India are attracting significant venture capital, especially in fintech and agri-tech. 3. Reliance Industries continues to expand its digital footprint with new partnerships in 5G. 4. Inflation is slightly easing, thanks to a good monsoon season and stable food prices. 5. Tata Motors is seeing growth in EV sales both domestically and internationally. 6. India's exports to Europe and the Middle East have increased, offsetting declining exports to China. 7. The stock market hit a new high, driven by foreign investments. 8. India's government is focusing on boosting infrastructure projects as part of its economic stimulus. 9. Infosys and Wipro are leading the country's IT exports growth with new global contracts. 10. Renewable energy investments are rising, positioning India as a key player in the green economy source. Germany. 1. Germany's auto industry is concerned about the U.S. port strikes affecting exports. 2. Volkswagen faces challenges as Chinese EV manufacturers expand in Europe. 3. Germany's reliance on Russian energy remains an ongoing issue amidst geopolitical tensions. 4. The government has increased spending on green technologies, aiming for energy independence. 5. Worker shortages are being addressed by recruitment programs from countries like Kenya. 6. German inflation rates are moderating, but the economy is expected to slow in Q4. 7. A new labor agreement allows private sector participation in critical industries. 8. German banks are increasingly focused on digital finance solutions for small and medium enterprises. 9. Factory closures are under discussion as the country shifts toward renewable energy. 10. The real estate market remains tight, with housing shortages driving prices up. 15 source. Japan. 1. Japan is leading the charge in hydrogen technology investments, aiming to become a global leader. 2. The country is facing a labor shortage, prompting reforms in immigration laws. 3. Japan's central bank has kept interest rates low despite global rate hikes. 4. Export growth is slowing, particularly in electronics and automobiles, due to weaker global demand. 5. Major tech firms in Japan are focusing on AI and robotics to drive future growth. 6. The yen remains weak against the dollar, supporting export competitiveness. 7. Japan's real estate market is attracting foreign investors, particularly from China. 8. Renewable energy investments are growing, especially in offshore wind farms. 9. The Tokyo Stock Exchange is experiencing volatility due to global uncertainty. 10. Japan is increasing its defense spending, with implications for major industrial firms' source. For other countries like France, the UK, Russia, and Vietnam, ongoing shifts in trade policies, energy strategies, and tech innovation are playing critical roles. If you would like further details on specific countries or sectors, feel free to ask.